Today was an extremely busy day. I was only able to get like 1.5 2 hours of work in, just because we had a lot of family stuff going on today, and the same thing will be happening tomorrow. A lot of big events going on right now. So yeah, I've not been able to get a massive amount of work done today, but the studying I did do was good. I don't think I want to try to learn anything new today, or I didn't try to learn anything new today. Rather I just kind of practiced what I already knew, tried to, and still did learn a couple of new things, but just not like whole new concepts that I've been trying to like kind of drill into myself recently. More of like just learning subtle things about anatomy, subtle things about posing, gesture, and how to like drape clothing over gesture, all that kind of thing. A couple of clothing studies as well. But yeah, it was a pretty light day. Slowly, very, very slowly is my mind kind of adjusting to this idea of it sounds cringy, but it's like a growth mindset. We use that term in school, and it's like the gayest thing I've ever heard. But like a growth mindset, it is like it is applicable for what I kind of want to, the point I want to get to with my own mind, right? I want to constantly be in a state of wanting to learn and wanting to grow. It's kind of like, it's similar to a glass half full, glass half empty kind of rhetoric, right? I always want to be that glass half full kind of person. I've never found any benefit to being a glass half empty kind of person. And believe me, I've definitely been a glass half empty kind of person. And I just think that having been on both sides and having seen the other side from both sides, right? One is just universally better than the other. It's just superior to be a glass half full kind of person. And it's difficult sometimes, especially if you're prone to kind of mental health issues. It can be hard to be that glass half full kind of person, but it's still possible to be that. It's just more difficult. And to be honest, I think that within reason, a greater level of difficulty is beneficial to anyone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? That level of hardship that one can go through and still maintain a positive attitude is that concept is very powerful. Because it essentially leads to like your own belief in yourself, your own kind of commitment, your own kind of drive. And these are all points that have been illustrated by many other people many, many times. But the reason I'm saying them now is because these are the times when these concepts are kind of being integrated into my own mind, rather than me hearing someone else say it and being like, oh, that's so motivational. These growing times, these like years in which my mind is growing, these times are the times in which these concepts actually become understood to me, which is very important because it is a very personal thing, and these videos are more of a journal than like entertainment. But I think that the more clear, the more skilled I become at illustrating my ideas in word form, like being able to communicate concepts verbally is very, very important. I think that as my skill to do that increases, then there'll be kind of a snowball effect of me speaking my mind, me hearing myself say things that I'm thinking, and those kind of those words feeding my mind new concepts, which is kind of happening right now as I speak. Right, this kind of flowing of thoughts into words. Me gaining access to these concepts from a different perspective, i.e. from the perspective of my ears, my voice. They be hitting different. They're hitting different, and therefore they're allowing me to kind of pursue new concepts as a result of that, which is good. Like one might say, like a glass half empty person might say, that doing these videos is pointless because I'm just saying what's on my mind, right? And I already know what's in my mind because it's in my mind. But actually hearing the thoughts, in an audio perspective, from an audio context, they hit different, and therefore allow different ideas to be formed in my mind, and therefore allow different ideas to be spoken, and therefore allow different ideas to be formed in my mind. And it's just like a kind of a growth mindset, essentially. Damn, that's pretty cool. So that's like one factor of growth mindset. It's not being like it's not like limiting yourself to only one kind of learning, I suppose. Yeah, see, boom, right there. Don't set limits on how you learn things. Don't limit yourself in terms of learning. Interesting, very interesting. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can kind of apply that in the day-to-day context. But yeah, right there was an example of how speaking and writing things down and speaking things and creating like journaling and trying to understand your own thoughts can lead to new, greater thoughts, which is interesting. But apart from all that, gym today was good. New PR on front squats. And then excuse me. And then calf raises. Then hamstring curls, and then leg press. Pretty good, solid leg workout. I've been told, and I've been diagnosed with like very flat feet. And I've been doing exercises to try and correct that, the fallen arch, and try and build the arch muscles to help maintain the arch of your foot. That's been going pretty well. I'm standing like with less than knock knees. I feel more stable in my feet. I have 3 points of contact in my feet rather than 2, which is like, a tripod rather than like a line or a bar. So they seem to be working. And apart from that, there's not much else. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, that's about it. Safe.